strange thing, but that's the way prison works, you know. So, okay. Now, even though the boys that Buttman them have, and that's the bitches that they have, they still mingle, you know, because it's a lot of them now. The prison is, you know, really filled with these type of guys, you know, and I have nothing against them, you know. Like I said, everybody entitled to live the way they want to live, you know what I'm saying? If it's a consensual thing, then nobody shouldn't object to whatever they, you know, doing at this point, you know. I have a problem with the violate of that, you know, at this point in the stage of my prison sentence now. Okay, so you know they all equal because they all into these kind of things now, and what man them and Keith, they all being on them, all they boys are kind of helping Baby Charles and Q, you know, playing they prison wedding and picking out the foods and the little way they gonna decorate the place, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. You know, everything's cool. So we gonna go to the morning before they actual prison wedding, they ceremony, the morning before, when we all going to chow. Okay, so we all headed in the chow, everything cool, you know. We hear a bunch of mumbling and whatever, but nobody's really making nothing big of it because you can't really make out what nobody's saying. Everybody's like in their own world, you know, and the boys are happy, you know, and excited to be helping Baby Charles and Q playing the wedding, you know, and the New Jack crew, you know, we kind of doing our own thing, and Buttman and them kind of got their drug thing back off the ground and moving, but we all still separate, and we all kind of keeping our boundaries or whatever. So, you know, we goes into chow, and I'm sitting down at chow, and all of a sudden, you know, I feel something hit me in the back of the head. And, you know, I turn around, and Buttman in the back behind me just killing themselves laughing. You know, and I look down, and it's a motherfucking prison apple. Somebody that hit me in the head with a prison apple. You know, so I'm hot now. I'm real hot. Like, I don't really know who did it. But whoever did it, right now, they trying to provoke me. So I can just jump up and react, you know what I'm saying, without thinking, you know, and do something so I can get some more time attached to my sentence, you know, so I won't go home. That's the kind of games they play. So, you know, I'm hot, and I'm talking to all, you know, the New Jack crew, we whispering to ourselves or whatever, you know, and everything is everything at this point. Now, fast forwarding up, when we been child, you know what I'm saying, headed back to the dogs, and now Jervin skips up the line and gets behind me, and he go boom, 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 you know, trying to let me know. And I ain't talking about my dog, you know, that's how he talks. He's hearing in Paris, he can talk, but he can't hear himself pronounce nothing, you know. He be like boom, 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 you know, he talk kind of like that or whatever. You know, that's my dog or whatever. So he let me know there was Buttman that threw the apples and hit me behind my head, and everybody know prison apples, they ain't even right, you know, they just hard, they ain't even fully red. They got white in between them, all around it, you know, and they super big, you know. It's like they shot up on steroids or something, you know. Almost everything they give you looks like that, you know, unless they're giving you meat, you know. But, and that's right. But at the same time, we headed back to the dorm. So when we going in, I'm hot, you know what I'm saying? Because I can't believe he didn't, you know what I'm saying? He didn't, because at this point, he had never came directly. None of them had never came directly for me, you know? So we get in the dorm and we go all the way to the last box, you know, close by the shower to the rail and T box. You know, and we talking and they juicing me up, they telling me, man, what you gonna do, man, what you gonna do? And I'm happy too, so do something. Now, and the following of the New Jack Crew episode, I told you, the New Jack Crew had been working out, you know what I'm saying? At this point, I'm like 420 pounds now, pure muscle. You know, I'm in pretty good shape now, you know? This is something I picked up from prison. Never in my life have I indulged in drugs or nothing. The only habit I ever had, and I picked it up in prison, was these goddamn cigarettes. You know, but that's another story, and we ain't gonna talk about that. But you you know. So I'm like, man, yeah, well, you know, I'm feeling myself, and I'm like, I'm thinking I'm ready to take this dude on or whatever. So I'm like, man, we gotta get working. Like, let's go up here and, you know, all this together and challenge him to a one-on-one fight.
Hey, I'm Thomas Shred. Did you know that thanks to Marathon Rewards, you could be earning rewards on every meal purchase up to 5 transactions a day?
Get yourself to better sleep. Shop the sale at Hatch.com.
Situation, and now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play some.
One-on-one, back there behind the wall. You got your dogs, I got my dogs. We need to go back here and catch a one-on-one. So we all click up. We all in the crowd as we goes up and we get loud. You know what I'm saying? And my crew, they backing me up and we all, you know, together. You know, all back in the dorm at this point. They crew and our crew. The only people that ain't in the crew is Punani, Big Sam, and Ralph. That's it. You know, so at this point, we head up there and we making so much noise walking to the front. Like this, like I said, it's like a football field and a half away that we head to, but we making so much noise, we grasp their attention. And while we coming up, they look at us, you know, and they swore up, and they, you know, stay their ground, but they never walk up. So we get close enough to them, you know, and I'm like, hey man, why you gonna do some whole shit like that? Hit me in the back of the head with an apple. I knew it was you. So he walked up to me, like midways up to me, like this far away from each other. And he's like, look who got nuts, look who got big nuts now. This homeboy Sam and they thinking they somebody. So I'm like, man, step up, go behind the slam. Cover my people, make sure ain't no orange shit. And we get to one-on-one and take it down. And you could tell that he kind of unsure. I can see it in his eyes. And like I said, in prison, once you've been in there, you can sense uncertainty. You know, and I can see that and smell that on him. And he like, look, so but he took stuff in me that's gonna make me fear him. So he's like, yeah, and you know he's gonna start there, see, I go back there and catch a weapon with this. I swear to God, I better not break it up, and I don't make a nigga shoot off my dick with one cigarette. You know, that was some shit way from the 80s that started in the prison that he was like, oh no, I'm on walking. Now this stuff put fear in me and make me second guess this fight. But he ain't understand. He just showed me one thing.
Well, the short passing game is a
that
great go-to for any
one man
coordinator in the first quarter
has
because it's
fear.
reliable, but it also
One
allows
man
you to
is
see
human.
how the defense
Because for the longest we thought he was unbeatable, he was a terrorist. But now I see the movement. So we up here for about 20 minutes, and he doing all this misdemeanor ass talking. So me and my friends just walk back to the back. And you can see all the boys and, you know, the rest of his group looking at him like, you know, because they like, man, what this would have been stupid. And to this challenge, they looking at him for else. You know what I'm saying? And tell that his ego up in his bottom.
And it's right back at him.
You know what I'm saying?
They were back
I can tell
up,
you.
and then suddenly
Well,
they
who can tell you?
They've got it 1st and 10 now
So
inside
we
the 50.
still down there, you know, every now and then we'll walk through the prison all together and we'll still be taunting, you know, this big ass boy, and we doing all this. And we walk back to the other end, but you can just see him pacing backwards and forward. His head on fire right now. You know what I'm saying? So we still back at the reality rack and we just talking and whatever, the whole feeling good. They confident, got their confidence up. You know, everybody's just feeling real comfortable at this time. So, you know, night that fell in, you know, and we still talking. And everybody started to break off the little groups, you know, we there, 2 here, 4 here, 1 here, you know, going back to their racks, you know, because it's getting late. And to go to sleep, take it in for the night, you know. So finally, we all back in our racks, and we fall asleep. Now, what I'm about to tell y'all is some shit that bothers me forever, but you know what I'm saying? I'm not about to lose, you know, the confidence of my crew and, you know, the integrity of the crew and what we stand for behind no man. So, okay, like I said, back to the story, we sleep. And we all waking to a bunch of noise and shit going on in the prison. So I'm waking up, and a couple of other guys, you know, the majority of them are still asleep. You know, so we look down, and I see something. You know, I can't get a clear picture, but I can make out really what's going on. So I started yelling, "Get the fuck up! Get the fuck up!" I'm waking all the other guys up. And I go a little closer and see they got beat down. His bottoms are all been off. And other man got all his boys and the crew holding Ben down.
When you start in the black zone inside your
and by the time
it's difficult.
the crew get to me, so they can actually see what's going on and see what I see. My man had to wait up and Ben. And now by this time, Ben, you actually see, we all walking and looking to see what's going on. So he yelling, "Help y'all, hurry up." You know, he yelling.
A business tech that's bold, fresh, and delicious. Get started at dccater.com.
Offense is back on the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Here's the handoff.
And we flush it down now. And then he stayed, "Help me, help me." And then my man, all you see is my man, "Wow, tell him what you been doing. Tell him what you been doing." So this our dog Ben, we ain't really trying to hear that. But my man goes and said, "Oh shit, he's our dog." And instead, falling away, you know, and tells us that he's been owing him over $300 in trust money.
This game is a little bit of that too. If they can find more creative ways to get this guy out in the open
doing
field,
business with Buckman. This is at the time when Harold had hit the prison home, and everybody was indulging themselves in this. And being a part of the New Jack crew, had this secret and started doing business with Buckman, getting it ready to get Harold. But I'm doing what Buckman doing is the play. He only made this move to provoke me and to get back at me for hurting his ego, plus to keep the confidence of his boys, to let his boys know he's still in charge. Now at this point, I got two choices. I can put the whole New Jack crew in jeopardy and involve them in an all-out prison war with weapons and everything. The all-out war. Right now, over a guy that was supposed to be loyal and follow the rules, but now it's basically a goddamn junkie. And we're behind the back of the New Jack crew and was so sneaky, we didn't even know what you was doing. I'm supposed to trust somebody like that. I didn't see people sell people out for drugs. I didn't see people sell themselves for drugs. So now, my decision is, let's attack them right now and help him. Or let him pay his debt. So I got a choice to make. So I'm looking around at the New Jack crew, and on their faces, you don't even see like they're ready to go in behind Ben. They all looking like that look of he's been real disloyal. Like, we ain't ready to die. Let's put our life on the line. Or even, you know, kill nobody and get no time.
As soon as they catch it, that's a major
deal. Let's be in prison for the rest of our life.
That was a good example there.
Behind Ben, I don't even see that look. So I look at Roderick, you know, because that's really my second in command. And he's like, man, Ben brought this on himself. Man, if we break prison politics, and although I didn't talk about this part of it, they do have other guys in this prison that do other things, you know, but they wasn't relevant to this story, you know. So breaking prison laws and politics is a whole different thing. Everybody could turn on us because we violate prison politics. So we walked the fuck off and headed back to the back and let Ben pay his debt. Because you made a choice and we made a choice. And I know that sounds hard, but I got less than 7 months to go before I go home. And I know this is a game, it's a tactic to provoke me.
And he just turned one loose
And you got all your boys and all your prison and all that there around you. So it's going to attract the guard. So this is basically what you want. You want to keep him here. So at this time, you know, one man is smiling and looking back there at us and all this here. But I'm going to fast forward to the next day around about noon, you know, to the actual ceremony of Baby Charles and Q. You know what I'm saying? Where they put all kind of movies together. They got all kind of noodles and different kind of hookups and things like that made. They made prison wine, you know what I'm saying? Everything is a celebration on their behalf that they sponsor. You know what I'm saying? And everybody invited. And it's in prison and stuff like this don't happen often. So almost everybody gonna attend. So the ceremony happened and everybody moving about the prison, you know what I'm saying, what they call the prison reception, you know what I'm saying? And I don't drink alcohol at all. So, you know what I'm saying, some of the crew drinking and Bud Man getting fucked up, you know what I'm saying? He drinking and he really getting loose and whatever, you know what I'm saying?
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead.
He got this alcohol in and now he's super humble.
And they finish it
So
off with
he
an
bugging me down with his eyes on me the whole time. And Terrell and all these guys close by him until all of a sudden I see Ben walk up to Buttman and Buttman handed him something and it pissed me the fuck off like these just took it, just violated you and you bugged him and he reached himself without knowing his drugs. So you fool.
They take over.
Now,
They have enough time to put together
Your gut is more balanced and resilient. Thanks to Fluorostar Probiotics.
Simpson.
Beat up Big 6 meal for 2. It's $19.99.
$19.99? Shut up.
Well, what?
Move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
So and I get the pushing button, man. I'm like, man, fuck all this dumbass shit. Let's you do this right now. So apparently he in the mood right now. He pulling that alcohol. He in the mood. So he say, I'm fucking short. So go tell Roger and Dennis when it's going down. It's about to happen. Hey man, come watch my back. I get all everybody together. He's grabbing up a couple guys. He needs with him. I'm grabbing up a couple guys. And we about to make the rules to the fight. I'm putting on the shoes. I'm back there in my rack putting on the shoes. All the guys there in front of me. I want you to punish that boy. So me and my group, after I put my shoes on, we head back there to the poetry slam. And we back there. I'm just moving back like, you know what I'm saying? Because I ain't going to no fight cold. I'm coming up, you know what I'm saying? So finally, I see them making their way to the back. You know what I'm saying? He got about 8 people with him. I got about 6 people with me. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't worried about that because the 6 people I got with me, I trust. Trust with my life at this point. So he get back there, he start leg up stretching, put his hand behind his back stretching, doing all this like this. All of them trying to restore, you know, that feel thing inside. I swear, one up, hey, but nobody, hey, bro, you got our whips, whatever, if I do back, we got our whips too. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no fucking going on back here. Now, it's going to be a fight, and it's going to be a fair fight. Or everybody going to the infirmary today, or going to the grave today. Now we swearing up. And I'm looking at this big swole ass motherfucker, and he said like this. What the fuck is that? You know, I'm like this. You know what I'm saying? He like this. So, like, at this point, I realized nobody actually ever really seen what man in a head-to-head fight. He always beat people or take people by surprise. I never actually seen him on this set or really just, you know, really just do his thing. So back to the story. He swings and he swings like a big, I mean, I say a haymaker. You know when I slide up the haymaker and I hit it, bam, bam. When I hit it, he stumbled back, and you can see his eyes just look like bigger than the moon. So instead of him coming back to get in the mix and slam back up again, he's charging me, and damn near he's still bigger than me, and charging me and grabbing me and picks me up and rams me into the back of the wall. This is concrete.
Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
Stan trying to hit him, but he really got me. Swears. So he wrestling now at this point. So he throws me. When he throws me, I kind of spin around, but I'm still like I'm on my butt, but I'm spinning around, but I'm still on my balance with my hands on the ground and my back towards him. And this big motherfucker wakes up and go right kicks me in the side of the head. Now I'm seeing stones at this motherfucking point, but I'm still trying to get up to fight that bitch. So my back, my vision coming back, my I'm back balance, you know what I'm saying? So I'm swinging and hitting him, and every time I hit him, I can see him feeling him. But he's swinging and he caught me with a cook. I swear, days later, the bitch was so swole, and I'm gonna just tell y'all this point and get back to the store. I can fucking live with my shit in my fucking jaw or fucking pop. That's how hard that bitch hit me that day. I promise you that. So the whole time in my mind, I'm saying, I know I can't let this bitch beat me, because if I let this bitch beat me, it's over for the New Jack Crew, and it's over for me. So in my mind, I'm talking to myself. I'm like, man, I can't give up no matter what. I gotta keep going. So I switch the lick and hit that bitch right on the bridge of his nose, and I see that bitch eyes tearing up. And I just started going in. I mean, I ain't giving a fuck if he hit me. I ain't feeling no more licks. My adrenaline just that rushing. And I'm punching that bitch. I got that bitch all, and everybody starts to breaking up the fight. His boys rush in, my boys rush in. Now they about to fight because I'm about to fight them because they trying to pull me instead of pulling butt man. So my boy get mad, and now they all, you ready? We got out, you ready? And they breaking up the fight at this time. So even though they swinging, the heat's still on, and he can't come on that liquor. Watch out, y'all, that liquor. We're going to remix this thing. We're going to rematch this thing, and we're going to come down. You know what I'm saying? We're going to make this an ongoing thing until one of us can't go no more. So I'm like, shit, why you ain't saying that? Now, in my mind, I'm like, I don't have to fight this bitch again, but I swear to God, I'm going to fight him every time he come in. So now let's fast forward to that next morning, getting ready to go to town. I'm fucking past Buttman, everybody see Buttman, that bitch look like a raccoon. I got black shit all around that bitch eyes. I got that bitch face all knotted up. Realize.
Well, yeah, it's that Friday. Shop the store at Cash.com. Wendy's has new chicken tenders, crispy, juicy, tendery tendies. Ooh, that's what it's tendies. And they're so good, maybe we should change our name. But tendies are gonna go by name, gotta be Wendy's. This boy really ain't got no steel. Man ain't really himself, he ain't really all shining Bravo ass nigga no more. So I'm saying, I'm like, no, I gotta throw this shit on and lay it on. So finally, when we do all get close to each other, all you hear is my dude Cody say, "New Jack Crew," and you know we all still around in the we going to town now, and it's all like, settle down. So you know what I'm saying? They had never said a word. So we know for the first time, we done got our respect in this prison when we away. Now I'm gonna take a little break from the story and tell y'all what happened to Sam. Sam ended up catching a real work charge. That means a charge like you was never. Now we coming back off the FB sales and find they have this, and you know they placed in the prison, so they figured it's the perfect opportunity to do that. You know, you can tell, but man on fire about it, but he ain't making no moves at him right now because. You know what I'm saying? He's still sore from this fight. You know what I'm saying? Even if he's not trying to show it, you just know he's still sore from this fight or whatever. So, you know, as that happens, you know, you see Bloodman over there, you see Big Bambino, you see Terrell, they all over there talking. You know what I'm saying? They arguing about paying just the meal thing. You know what I'm saying? Like junk food, snacks, and you know what I'm saying?
care package this is. See, one man over there, and he's laughing and instigating the argument between Big Bambino and Keith.
Unfortunate part of the game
It's
for
your fault,
quarterbacks, but guess what? They do
your
have
feelings
it.
still
You've got to
have
be
to
able to turn the page here
about
and lead
this
this
fight.
offense.
So you gotta do something to show, you know what I'm saying, that you know what I'm saying, you in control and you still got the power. So you got these dudes going backwards and forward arguing about snacks. Don't know exactly what happened with the snacks, but Bambino keep saying this shit. If I find his way home, way back home. Now, this argument just dragging on and on and on and on. So it gets the attention of the whole prison. So keep like, we're changing up. What's wrong with you? So,
not only are you getting it picked off,
Big Bambino and Keith, they start tearing it down up in there. They actually fight each other. So I'm like, man, they fucked up. So they fighting each other and we all watching. We ain't going for this flag, but we can watch out and just fight each other. You know what I'm saying? So, Big Bambino, we gotta take the field. They're on their own goal line. And a phenomenal job getting lined up. It just goes to show how fucked up of an individual this man is. Because feeling down in the feeling some kind of way, your feelings about this fight. You would rather see these two fights to make you fight for the prisoner take their mind off the fight you just had. That made you look like you were invincible. And plus to make you feel good about yourself. So okay, finally, they end up breaking up the fight and the fight end up being over. So one man laid back on his rack, you know what I'm saying, just looking through the whole grip, enjoying on something, Because I'm watching, I'll never take my eyes off you again, you know, to the day I leave here. Just the simple fact is, we didn't have a fight, and I'm not gonna take my eyes off. Alright, so getting back into the story. Now, he paying attention over there to Red and Chad. You know, Red and Chad, they both are like the females. So they not, you know, they each other messing with each other like that. You know what I'm saying? So
Texas A&M going quickly. Takes the handoff. It's Owens. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Tempo for the offense.
Really good job running the ball, getting that first down. Now here comes the tempo.
They're gonna ride.
Ultimately, a couple days go by. You know what I'm saying? The same thing going on. Both men walk over there, talk to him. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Giving him a couple little things. You know, like checking on his wives or whatever. You know, playing the loose, dropping out care packages and stuff like that. You know, and sometimes they, you know, they're like, nah, we wouldn't want nothing or whatever. But this is all upsetting him, you know what I'm saying? And right now, he still don't want to do that because you just lost two of your balls and you really ain't got the full confidence of your team. You know what I'm saying? Then it's stronger than ever, you know what I'm saying? And right now, you just really test the water. You're still a very dangerous individual and you're a loose cannon, and no matter what's not in his, whatever's not in his favor, he's still and so totally unpredictable. So fast forward this thing for about a week. So Chad, which is Chad Drinkle, but I'm gonna call him Chad. Chad ended up starting to, you know, about the prison that he kind of, you know, mingling around with this great dude, but I guess he liked Chad. So Jay kind of hanging around with Chad, and Bambino says, but they're not doing too much, that you just catch them talking every now and then. But you can see Bambino with the meekness look on his face, you know what I'm saying? And the dude, Jay, now, he's been in the prison, but he always stayed himself. And I can't even remember too much about the dude, Jay, you know, but I done had a conversation with him. But, you know, so, you know, this is shocking to me, too, to see him every other, you know, day or whatever, talking to Chad. So, Buttman seeing this and seeing this and seeing this. So I guess he let this build up for about a day or two. And finally, he walks over there to where Jay and Chad at, and he get close, maybe like within 20 feet of them, and get the holler out. Trick.
Looking to throw at Simpson.
And Buttman calls Chad a couple times, you know, like this. And, you know, but Chad ignores Buttman, you know, just like nothing, just ignore the fuck out of him. So, finally, Buttman, I guess he told Steve, hey, look, I want you to go over there and start hanging out with them every day and just tell me what's really going on between shit and Jay. So, you know, so that's what I get from it, because before that happened, you didn't see Steve over there with him. But after that, you started seeing Steve go over there every day, and then, you know, go back by Buttman. Now, Red and Chad is now located over there. That's their permanent spot. They got relocated by Q and Baby Charles. You know, so if Steve was really allowed or felt like he could leave, he would be, they got relocated over there, because you're going over there every day. You know what I'm saying? So you know this a move by Buttman. Now I want to also add this in. See, Steve also had an opportunity to transfer to another dorm, but he declined when we was in the block and ended up coming back to this damn dorm with Buttman. So now he's in love with Buttman. He loves being around. So okay, so he's doing that move for Buttman. So after, let's fast forward about 3 more days. After 3 more days of Steve hanging out, really being Buttman eyes and ears, he finally comes and tells Buttman something. This is what I'm figuring out, because this particular day, I see a whole bunch of commotion and Buttman walking over there, and Chad and Jay is talking. So here come Buttman, big stone ass walking over there. You know what I'm saying? And he still got black little rings around his eyes from the fight, and he's walking over there. You know what I'm saying? He's like, say, bitch, what the fuck? What the fuck is this? Which one you want this nigga right here? What the fuck is supposed to be? And then Chad like, what the fuck you mean? That's my friend, we just talking. Man, hold up the Snapchat. Bow! That Chad the fuck around. So Chad, what I did? What I did? Bitch, you must be stupid or something. And all his boys come rushing over there to have his back. And then they take comes and jump in the middle of Buttman and Chad and be like, hey, girl, you need to come on home. Now, when I say his boy rushed over here to have his back, I don't mean from Chad. I mean from, you know, they got a community now. So I mean from like Baby Charles, Q, Red, Chad, and Jay.
Jimmy John's new toast of pizza sandwiches. 2 words.
Waiting on
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming.
You know, so they just coming over there to make sure everything good. But instead, Tay trying to negotiate and telling Chad, come back home. You know what I'm saying? Because evidently, Buttman ain't coping with this well. You know what I'm talking about? So, okay, the dude, Jay, he looking at the shit while it's happening. Buttman like, man, go ahead, bitch. Make your way. Bitch, make your way. And then Jay looked at it for a minute and smiled, doing a smirk like that. And turn around and he must have mumbled, I ain't gonna beat too many more bitches. And Buttman say, you ain't gonna beat too many more bitches. Okay, now let me give you a rundown about this. Like I told you, the dude Jay is quiet. Now remember when Ralph got stabbed in his neck? Remember the guy I told you about, Panama, who came in with another guy to clean up the blood? Now see, Panama and like 3 other dudes is Jay homeboys. They all hang together in a group. You know what I'm saying? So Panama and the other Jay boys come running over there to meet Jay while he walking away. Okay, now Jay and them then walked away, but Buttman still right there talking to Chad. Telling Chad, man, I'm gonna tell you one time and one time only. You better go talk to them guards and tell them this living situation over here ain't working out, and you better come back home. You better tell them you want your spot back where you was. I want to see you back over there, relocated by tomorrow. So Chad ain't saying nothing. Chad just looking, holding his face. So Buttman and everybody just walk back off. Everything calms down and smooth out. So during the day, you see Tay going talking to Chad. I'm assuming he going over there coaching Chad. So I see Miss Bambino, Terrell, Keith, Buttman, and a couple of these boys go over there and walk towards Jake and Paramount them section, and they having a little conversation, but they kind of quiet, so I'm not really knowing what the conversation about. So whatever it was, it didn't last too long, and Buttman them walk back over there to this section. So okay, we're gonna fast forward this thing until night fell. Okay, now keep in mind,
no, it certainly
the
can't.
prison is in hostile mode, but you know, nothing that nobody's really worried about except Chad and the community over there. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just say it like that. So I'm gonna say about 2 hours later, I see one man and damn near the whole about 20-something people walking past my rack. I'm sitting in my rack going, you know what I'm saying? And I see them, you know, which is not upcoming. You know, they when it's people, the whole shower together. They all walking in the shower. You know what I'm saying? So apparently, Roger's my homeboy in the shower, and he come running back to me and say, man, come here, take the shower, man, they got Jay in the shower. They got Jay in the shower. So I go running back there to come see what's going on, and they back there punching Jay. They hold him and they punch him and beat him up. So at this time, ain't nobody's trying to, you know what I'm saying, go up in him or nothing. They just beat him and beat him and beat him and beat him. So I beat everybody else and go right over there to them, man. They got your boy back there, man. Y'all better come on, they got your boy back there. So talk about Panama, them just looked at me like, oh. So I can't really say nothing about that, you know what I'm saying? That's they crew, you know, they was hanging together, eating together, play games together, everything they did. When you seen one, you seen the other. So, you know, hey, he don't give a fuck about his dog, then that's on them. So my crew back there still just kind of spectating on what's going on back there. So I go back there. When I left back there, they were beating the shit out of this boy. This boy was damn near unconscious. So by the time I make it back there, all you hear is, tie that bitch up. Tie that bitch up. And I start jogging. I get back there and they tying him up. And he coming out the motherfucker, face in the jail. No bullshit. He right there. He putting it on fast. So they tying Jay up. They got Jay dog tied. Hog tied, dog tied. Got him hog tied on his knees just like they had your boy. So he actually face down, and when I say bust up, he barely coherent the way they got it. Now keep in mind, he's doing all this because he got a certain dime in his back and gotta get his power back and gotta show people he's still dangerous and put fear back in people. So what he do is he can snatch Jake goes down, Jake pants down and snatch them down. Then all you see is Buttman go, and Jay go. So they brought Jay out back there in that bathroom, and they stayed back there with him for about 45 minutes. By this time, we back in our rack. We had to just left from back there. You know what I'm saying? That ain't our business. He put himself out there when he was really congregating with Buttman Property, which was Chandrika. You know what I'm saying? So that ain't our business.
Just feeds the running back. There was just no way to cut back.
You know what I'm saying? We can't violate policy. So, you know, we had to walk back to our breaks or whatever. So, they come out of there, you know what I'm saying? You see one man, the old walking out of there, and they pass by Panama and the rest of their boys, and he just pointed at Panama like this. Just do that to Panama. So I'm going to just fast forward up to about the wee hours of the night. So remember on the last episode, I told one man just lost his mind. He just went berserk, just lost it. So, okay, this the rules hours of the night. And, you know, I'm knocked out, you know what I'm saying? Everybody else, all my crew knocked out, you know, so, you know, all we hear is, so all these fucking cars just wake up everybody in the prison, and everybody wake up. I'm waking up, you know, I'm like, what the hell going on? So I get out my rack, I walk down, all you see is one man with his shit out, grabbing Panama's head, trying to push Panama's head down to his shit, and it's his fingers or whatever, and Panama, no, stop, ain't no time, what's called big man punching, bow, come here, I said come here, and Panama, you know, he still kind of put his hand there, resistance, all you see is Big Bambino come out of nowhere and just grab Panama's legs and flip him over, and Buttman hold him down once Big Bambino got it flipped over, Terrell started pulling down his pants and shit like that. So yeah, they end up going in the man, but that ain't even where I'm going with this story. They end up going in the man, and they end up going in the decent. And in fact, watch the other dudes just laying right there, still acting like they don't hear none of this, and they still sleep. So that shit go on. So they terrorizing shit at this point, and they just making this shit clear to the whole prison. What you seen with this fight shit that happened, bitch, we still in control, and anybody who play with us, we gonna show y'all how shit go. Cause in they eyes, Jay, after he seen this fight between the booty gang, you know what I'm saying? And the booty gang, he got it in his mind, got the notion in his mind that it was okay to play with them by messing with Buttman property. So we gotta make a statement. So they just really terrorized shit the whole day. I mean, even things that I left out earlier about people they just punched down that day. You know, people they jacked stuff from and took stuff from. They was going in different people's lockers and all kind of shit that day. You know, that his ego had got the better of him. And right now, he's really just like he a big old child acting out. And he gotta get this power back. Because he's been running this facility for so long. Till now, he feel like he's losing control of it. He can't even keep his bitches in line. His bitches ready to
user. It's Neil. You can go.
This is prison. This is how crazy things are in prison.
Roll turns in a toilet bowl.
Everybody be quick to holler about, man, if that was me.